Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. A very good morning to all of you. Me, your science teacher from Muhammadi Girls School. Today we are going to start our new chapter, unit number 4. Yes, the classification and the life cycles. And this chapter is present on the page number 31 to 38. And students, this is your science book, New Oxford Primary Science book, and it is a third edition. Okay, now let's start our topic. Before explaining the topic, we are going to doing the one motivational activity. You can see the many type of the pictures on your screen. There are the many type of the object you can see, just like the zebra, flower, dragonfly, fish, frog, tree, mushrooms, teddy bear, ball, doll, chair, cloud, sketchbook. Yes. What are the difference between in these picture and what are the difference between in this picture? क्या फ़र्क नज़र आ रहा है आपको इन पिक्चर्स को जब आप देख रहे हैं? Yes, you are correct. There are some things is living things and some things are, yes, non-living things. Very good. Students, there are many things around us. We can classify them into two main groups, living things and non-living things. How do you think living things are different from non-living things? Yes, we know that something is a living thing when it can carry out life processes, namely nutrition, movement, growth, sensitivity, respiration, excretion, and reproduction. And a non-living thing can't carry out all of these life processes. So, ये जो हमने कैरेक्टरिस्टिक बताई लिविंग थिंग्स की, ये नॉन लिविंग थिंग्स में नहीं हो सकती. नॉन लिविंग थिंग्स ना ग्रो कर सकते हैं, ना मूवमेंट कर सकते हैं, ना उनको फूड की ज़रूरत होती है. सो दिस इज़ अ मेजर डिफरेंस ऑफ द living things and non-living things. The 7 examples that follow they explain the differences between living things and non-living things. But explaining these 7 characteristics, I'm going to share the objective of this unit. By the end of the unit, you should be able to learn, inshallah, all living things are made up of cell. Living things need air, water, minerals, light, and warmth. Animals and plants depend on each other. Living things have a life cycle consisting of different stages. Animals and plants inherit characteristics from their parents. So, all living things are made up of cell. Living things need, what are the basic needs of the living things? Air, water, minerals, light, and warmth. And animals and plants depend on each other. And all living things have a life cycle consisting of different stages. Animals and plants inherit characteristics from their parents. So, what are the characteristics of the living things? Every living organism are made up of cells. Similarly, a house is made up of bricks or blocks. Without bricks and blocks, the house cannot be made. Same as the all living things are made up of cell, and cell is the basic unit of life. The cell is the basic unit of all living organism. We can see the cell by the instrument that is called a microscope. And there are the two types of the cell. One is animal cell and second is the plant cell. So all the animals and the human beings are made up of the cell, and the cell is the basic unit of the life. And all the plants are made by the plant cell, and they can do the different job. Yes, what is the characteristic of the animal cell? When we see the animal cell by the microscope, we can see the different type of the organelles. And what is the organelles? Inside the cell, there are the many type of the structures are present, and these are called organelles. These are called organelles. You can see the different type of the structure on the screen. Just like that, this type of the structure, this shape, and that is, these all are called organelles. And what are their function? Yes, animal cell. And this is a picture of the animal cell. Okay, beta? So, first is, you can see around the cell. Yes, around the cell, you can see that this is called cell membrane. It is called cell membrane. And what is a cell membrane? It is the outer covering of the cell. Cell membrane is a outer covering of the cell. You can see in this picture, the cell membrane is outer covering of the cell. And what is the function of the cell membrane? Allows only certain materials to move in and out of the cell. What is the function of the cell membrane? It allows certain material to move in and out of the cell. And also the function of the cell membrane is give the cell its shape. Its also function is they give the shape. Okay? आपके स्कूल में जो आपका गेट कीपर होता है, वॉचमैन होता है, आपने देखा होगा कि विदाउट परमिशन के उसको पता होता है कि किसी को भी वो अंदर नहीं जाने देता, या स्कूल से बाहर वो विदाउट परमिशन के किसी को नहीं जाने दे सकते. सेम एज, क्योंकि ये स्कूल को प्रोटेक्ट कर रहे होते हैं. वो कोई भी ऐसे स्टूडेंट्स को बाहर नहीं जाने देते, या कोई बाहर से मिलने आता है तो विदाउट परमिशन के नहीं जाने देते, क्योंकि वो क्या करते हैं, वो उसको प्रोटेक्ट कर रहे होते हैं स्कूल को. सो एज सेम एज योर गेट कीपर, द सेल मेम्ब्रेन इज प्रोटेक्ट द cell organelle, the different type of the cell organelle, and it is the outer covering of the cell. Same as your school gatekeeper, ये भी किसी ऐसे मटेरियल्स को ना इन करने देते हैं और ना ही आउट करने देते हैं. ओके, एंड ऑल्सो गिव द cell its shape. Number 2 is nucleus. You can see the round shape in the center of the cell. It is called nucleus. It is called nucleus. And what is the function of the nucleus? It is the control center of the cell. The nucleus is called control center of the cell, and it controls all the activities inside the cells. This is controlled by the nucleus. Same as इसकी एग्जाम्पल हम इस तरह कहेंगे, जैसे हम आपके स्कूल की हेड हैं, वो तमाम स्कूल की एक्टिविटीज़ को कंट्रोल करती हैं. तमाम एक्टिविटीज़, क्या स्कूल में, आपके स्कूल में क्या किस तरीके की एक्टिविटीज़ हो रही हैं, किस तरीके के आप लोग काम कर रहे हैं, ये स्कूल में जो कुछ हो रहा है वो आपकी हेड कंट्रोल कर रही होती हैं, देख रही होती हैं. सो सेम एज द nucleus control all the activities of the cell. Number 3 is cytoplasm. You can see the liquid like structure. This is called the cytoplasm. All the organelles of the cells are suspended or floating in it. You can see all the organelles just like this, vacuole, nucleus, all the organelles. These all are called the organelles. So all the organelles of the cells are suspended or floating in it. जितनी भी ऑर्गेनेलीज हैं ये साइटोप्लाज्म के अंदर सस्पेंड करती हैं. ओके. Now the fourth one is vacuole. What is the vacuole? It is a bubble-like structure. And what is the function of the vacuole? Its function is store food, water and waste substances. Okay? So what is the function of the vacuole? It helps to store the food, water and waste substances. Okay? So this is the structure of the vacuole. Now the plant cell. This is a picture of plant cell. Yes. Same as the animal cell, these all are the organisms are present in the plant cell. Just like that, the cell membrane, just like the nucleus, cytoplasm, and vacuole. But you can see the difference between the animal cell and the plant cell. Same as the function of the cell membrane, the outer covering of the cell allows only the certain material to move in and out of the cell and give the cells its shape. Same as the nucleus function, control center of the cell. You can see that here is the nucleus and here is a vacuole. The cytoplasm, this is present here, and all the organelles of the cell are suspended or floating in it. Okay? And here is the large vacuole present in the center of the plant cell. This is the major difference between the animal cell and the plant cell. You can see the nucleus in the animal cell. It is present in the center and in a very small in shape. But in the plant cell, we can observe that here is the vacuole present in the large shape and present in the center, and the nucleus in a small in size as compared to the animal cells, but the function are same. Okay. So here is the vacuole function is also the store food, water and waste substances. And you can see that the plant cell is present in the rectangular shape. It is present in the rectangular shape. But when you have learned about the animal cell, you have seen the picture of the animal cell. This shape is irregular shape, but in the plant cell this shape is regular shape. Here are the some more important structure present in the plant cell, and these are, yes, you can see that these are chloroplast. What is this? Yeah, this is chloroplast. And what is the function of the chloroplast? The plant cell contains a green pigment called chlorophyll, which absorbs energy from the sun and helps the plant to make its food. आपने प्रीवियस क्लास में ये पढ़ा था कि प्लांट्स अपनी ग़िज़ा अपना फूड खुद बनाते हैं बाय द हेल्प ऑफ द प्रोसेस photosynthesis, and we need the sunlight and the water and the good soil in this process. So the chloroplast is a pigment present in the plant cell, and they help to complete the process photosynthesis and the plants able to make their food. Okay, so the chloroplast is substances present in the plant cells. And the second major difference between the animal cell and the plant cell, you can see the outer layer of the plant cell. In the animal cell, you can see that the cell membrane are present, but in the plant cell you can see that here is the cell wall is present. Okay. Now the characteristic of the living organism. What are the characteristic of the living organism? These all are the characteristic of the living organism. Yes, what is this? They need food. Number 1 is need food, number 2 respire, and number 3 can move by themselves, and number 4 have sensitivity. Number 5 is reproduce, number 6 grow, and number 7 excrete. Number 7 excrete. Yes. Students, just like the humans, animals carry out the activities every day. Most of these activities are necessary to keep living things alive, and we call these activities life processes. The life processes include these all type of the characteristics. So, number 1 is need food. Yes. Living things need food. Food gives them energy. Plant possesses chlorophyll and make their food themselves through a process called as photosynthesis. Animals get energy by eating the different plants and other animals. Actually, students, the living things need nutrition. Nutrition simply means the eating. The food and the water taken in by animals are converted into energy. Animals need energy to move and grow. Yes. So you can see in this picture how the plants make their food by the help of the sun and green pigment chlorophyll. Okay? And we need food for the energy. Number 2 is respiration. What is the respiration? Yes, plants need animals take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide when they respire. And they use carbon dioxide to break down food in order to obtain energy. If you cover your mouth with your hands and breathe on them, like me or you, on the right, your hand will feel warm. Where does your body get the energy to warm your hands? Our body gets its energy by making use of oxygen from the air we breathe in and sugar from the food we eat. Water and carbon dioxide are also produced as a result. This process is known as respiration. Animals use the energy to grow, repair their bodies, and movement. Okay? So, when we talk about the difference between the respiration and breathing, so I want to share some information that the breathing is the process of the inhaling and exhaling air, and respiration is the process of converting sugar into the energy in our body. Okay, students? Now, number third characteristic of living organism is locomotion. Number third is locomotion. Okay? Most animals move from place to place in search of food, water, shelter and to avoid the danger. अब एनिमल्स एक जगह से दूसरी जगह क्यों मूव करते हैं? क्योंकि उनको फूड की ज़रूरत होती है, वाटर की तलाश होती है, अपनी शेल्टर की तलाश होती है और जहाँ वो ख़तरा महसूस करते हैं तो वो फ़ौरन अपनी मूव करते हैं वहाँ से. And also the plants are, as we know very well, the plants is a non-living things, living things. So the plants move in a different way. Some parts of the plant show the movement. For example, the leaves move in the direction of the sun. The human and the other animals can move on their own. They require the energy to move. And why is the movement is important? Because the movement enables animals to look for shelter. Movement enables animals to escape from danger. And movement enables animals to look for food. Yes. Okay. Now, next is reproduction. And what is the reproduction? Reproduction is the process by which the living things make new life. Animals produce the young ones and plants reproduce seed. Yes, you can see in this picture there are the many seeds are present on the surface of this fruit, and you can see in the second picture there are the many eggs and many babies. Okay, now if we cover yes students, the reproduction is the very important characteristic of the living organism. And how is the reproduction is very important to us? Because the plants reproduce themselves to ensure their kind does not become the extinct. They do so in different ways. Most flowering plants that produce flowers and produce using seeds. Their seeds are found in the fruits they produce. And non-flowering plants such as the fern and the mosses reproduce themselves from the spores. Okay? So, this is the very important characteristic of the living organism. And next is excretion. What is the meaning of the excrete? Yes, you can see in this picture, it is a very important characteristic of living organism. Yes, all living things produce waste material. Removal of the waste products from the body is called as excretion. Living things produce waste material in their bodies. They get rid of this waste material by passing them out of their bodies into the environment. And this process is called excretion. Carbon dioxide and water are the waste material produced in the body. Carbon dioxide and water vapor are excreted when we breathe out. Our body also produces other waste material. These are usually excreted from the bodies together with water as urine and sweat. If a living thing does not excrete, it will not be able to remove waste material from its body. This will causes it to fall sick and eventually die. So the excretion is a very important characteristic of the living organism. And of course, the grow. How we grow, how the plants are grow, how the animals are grow. It is very important characteristic of the living organism. All living things grow and go through a life cycle. Adult plants produce seeds which grow to make new plants. You can see on your screen how the babies are grow become a adult and how the baby plant grow and make a tree or a big plant. Animals have babies which grow and resumable with their parents. Nutrition helps living things to grow. When a living thing grows, it becomes larger in size. It also gains weight, which makes it heavier. You can see how the baby is grow into a adult baby. Okay. After the growing, the appearance of the living things may also the change at its grow, and we think the many type of the animals and the living organism how they grow. Okay, now the next characteristic is sensitivity. What is the sensitivity? The sensitivity, uh, students, it is a simple example. What would we do when something scares us? Imagine that we saw a cockroach unexpectedly. अगर हम कॉकरोच को देखते हैं तो फौरन हम क्या करते हैं या हमें डर लगता है तो हम फौरन क्या करते हैं and the another example is the try the blowing and the ant. We notice that they scurry away from us. Living things are sensitive to change around them. They respond to these changes. When a living thing makes a response, there is a change in its action or behavior. So we can say that the living things react to things which happen in their environment. When an animal realizes it is in danger, it runs for safety. We remove our hand quickly when we touch a hot plate. The leaves of some plants, such as the mimosa plant. You can see on the picture of the mimosa plants on your screen. Close when we touch them. जब हम इसको छूते हैं तो फ़ौरन ये बंद हो जाता है because it have a sensitivity. Okay. Now, what is the homework of your in this chapter? This is the independent work. You should do your work by yourself, and it is a book work, and this work is present in the page number 39. First question is choose the correct answer. It is present in page number 39. Question number 2, fill in the blanks, page number 39, and do the question number 3 present in the page number 40. And what is the copy work? There are the 3 questions. Number 1, what is the function of vacuole? What is the function of the vacuole? As we have learned about the structure of the animal and the plant cell, and we have discussed about the organelle, that its name is the vacuole. So write down the function of the vacuole and the answer present in the page number, yes, 31, not in 311, 31. Question number 2, do plant respire? Answer present in the page number 32. How the plants respire? कैसे सांस लेते हैं plants? You can see the answer on the page number 32. And the question number 3 is what things do need to make their own food? What things do need to make their own food, and what do they use the food for? The answer present in the page number 31. Okay, beta. So thank you very much. Allah Hafiz and take care.